or good evening to everyone who's watching this. We are now doing a live stream of the practice of my halaw, doing folkloric Saliw. Now, what is folkloric Saliw? Some of my haumanas, mostly our Filipinos, have decided to shift to Saliw. Saliw is a new way of expressing ourselves through dance and through the songs that are in Filipino. So, the traditional might be called the traditional dances could be like the balitaw, the kumintang. But this time, with Saliw, our dance is telling a story. Similar to hula. So hula is telling a story, and Saliw is also telling a story. That's why it is Saliw. Saliw means accompanying, an accompaniment to the song. And so our dance accompanies the song in order for the audience to fully understand what the meaning of the song. Now, what is new in Saliw? In Saliw, while this might be inspired by hula, because through hula, we were able to discover the real meaning of the dance and of the song, this Hawaiian dance and Hawaiian song. That the dance is not just enjoying the song, but the dance itself is telling a story about the song. Likewise, it is also telling something, a story that comes from the past. It's being handed down through generation. This has been a challenge to many of us Filipinos. It's because we realized while we were dancing hula, we have many songs that were almost long forgotten. Songs that were not being sung during our contemporary period, but these are songs of our fathers, of our grandparents. And so we find this meaningful to us. Sometimes, like myself, I wonder how come that I would appreciate old Hawaiian songs when in fact we have lots of Filipino old songs that can also be appreciated. And this was a time when I started to listen to this song, Prinsesa ng Kumintang. Now many of my Haumanas are also pleased to hear this, Prinsesa ng Kumintang. So these Haumanas now are doing this folkloric Saliw. Now, what is folkloric Saliw? There are two kinds of Saliw, but both are in Filipino and both are telling stories. But this folkloric Saliw is a specialized Saliw which tries to reimagine, which tries to re-express songs that comes from myth, songs that has meaning. Okay, so songs that is telling something about our past, about the ideal person or ideal situation. So usually these are based on myth. So one of the songs that are being sung, especially very popular among Filipinos, is Prinsesa ng Kumintang. Prinsesa ng Kumintang is usually sung or played during fiesta, especially during the coronation of someone chosen as the most beautiful woman in the town. So every year they chose one mutya. They call it mutya. Now when they choose this one, she embodies all these elements of an ideal woman. And so this song, Prinsesa ng Kumintang, is being sung. When the coronation comes during the town fiesta, they choose someone, a person, usually male, who will be doing a poem or who will be singing for the mutya, or for the Reina. And sometimes, if this song is being sung, the Prinsesa ng Kumintang. This Prinsesa ng Kumintang express who this prinsesa, this mutya, this Reina. Now, do you know the meaning of Kumintang? Actually, Kumintang refers to the flower. The flower which many of us might know as chichirika. So try to Google it. Google Kumintang too, and then it will show you the flower of Kumintang. The color is white and sometimes it's purple. Kumintang also refers not only just to the flower. Kumintang refers to a powerful kingdom during the time before the coming of the Spanish. This is actually the Tagalog region, okay, the Batangas, in particular Batangas. And so, Batangas was Kumintang. And before the coming of the Spanish, it was a very powerful kingdom at that time. And so very influential and a cultural center at that time. Now, during the coming of the Spanish, of course, they still call it Kumintang, until later on, they changed the name. And then, so now we call it Batangas. But Kumintang refers also to the Katagalugan region. And now, so that is the story. There's also a dance called Kumintang, where the hands is rotating like this, or the wrist like that. And then later on, it has some variations that it becomes the balitaw. They call it balitaw. And sometimes, what else? There's a lot. If you notice, a lot of folk dances, Philippine folk dances, are using the rotating movement of the wrist like this. Now, we adopted this also in our dance, in Saliw. That's why you will find Saliw, especially the folkloric Saliw, which is quite different from hula. Because what we are using here is the balitaw or the Kumintang way of dancing. And through the Kumintang, through the balitaw, we narrate the story of the song. So if you notice, we are just doing it like this, and the movement of the hands tells something about flower, a beauty, a heavenly. That's why the hands is up, pertaining to a heavenly beauty. And so now, the first song that I will share with you and dance with you is the song Prinsesa ng Kumintang. And then watch me dance this. Prinsesa ng Kumintang. So my hamana, practice with me with this Prinsesa ng Kumintang. And just like any folkloric dances, we prep like this. So this folklore tells something about the mysteriousness of a prinsesa ng Kumintang, represented by someone chosen by the community to be the mutya, the prinsesa of a town. Now we mentioned about the mutya. A mutya is an ideal image not only of a woman but of a spiritual being, somehow that partakes the nature of a goddess. So the mutya is like a supernatural power. But there is one song where the mutya is a lady, a prinsesa, a paraluman. And this song is the Mutya ng Pasig. This tells something that is within us. And somehow, this Mutya ng Pasig is actually the prinsesa ng Kumintang, the real prinsesa ng Kumintang, the idealized one, which every woman chosen to be a prinsesa should embody. And to look into who this Mutya is, then we go in deeper into the myth of the Mutya. So, who is this myth of the Mutya? In the song Mutya ng Pasig, it tells something that there was once a princess, a paraluman, in a kingdom. And the kingdom is described as the kingdom of love. The Kumintang is a kingdom of love. And then, in the stories of the people, especially those living along the Pasig River, they were saying that that most of the time, especially when the moon is bright, they could hear a voice singing beautiful song. And at the time, that voice somehow is protecting them. Before the time of the Spanish, there were lots of crocodiles in the area. And then what they do is that they pray to the mutya to appease the crocodiles. Or sometimes they would offer eggs. And so the crocodile will not bring havoc to the place. Also, later on during the Christian time, I think this is the origin. While people in the Pasig River, they offer eggs to the nuns in the Santa Clara convent, and that is also in Pasig. Near the Pasig River. Santa Clara is now, I think, the convent is in Manila. Was it in Manila or Santa Ana? Or maybe Quezon City, I guess. I forgot. But that's the origin why people are bringing eggs in order to pray to the mutya. Now the mutya now is being replaced by the Virgin Mary, right? So that's how the myth evolved. Now, this song Mutya ng Pasig is saying that at the time, the people could not hear anymore the song of the Mutya. And this was the time when the composer of this song, I think Nicanor Abelardo, I hope I'm right, Nicanor Abelardo composed this song. And in this song, she was explaining what happened to the Mutya. And so the Mutya was saying that she has disappeared when the kingdom of love also disappears. Because she is once a princess from this kingdom. This is the song. But when love dies and disappears, the kingdom disappears. Going back to the history, that was a time when the Spanish came in and the kingdom of Kumintang is gone. The Mutya is saying here, if you want to listen again, to hear again my singing in the river, all you need is just to bring out that love in them. And then they will see her again. This is a reflection to many Filipinos, especially during the old times, the meaning of this song. Because this mutya is actually a spirituality that each of us Filipinos should be having, that we should nurture, because it's only this unity with the mutya that will be able to rise up as a people and be able to bring pride to our country, to our Kumintang. Because the Kumintang itself is the people. And she says that if you love each other, you will see me again. Kung nais niyong ako'y mabuhay, pag-ibig ko'y inyong ibigay. So here it is, Mutya ng Pasig, which serves as an inspiration to many of my Humanas who shifted to Saliw, bringing to you Mutya ng Pasig. This is a very important myth, especially for Filipinos, so that we will be able to go back again to our rootedness, to the center of who we are. And now, the next one, a very old song. Maybe very few of you knows about this song. This song tells something about the ilang-ilang. Ilang-ilang is a flower indigenous to the Philippines. Just like the sampagita, the hasmin. Well, I would like to be dancing sampagita, but right now, my Humana is dancing to these three songs. And the last one is Ilang-ilang. Ilang-ilang is telling something about the power of this flower. This flower that brings healing, that brings joy. This is the same trait of a prinsesa ng Kumintang. The same trait of the mutya. If the mutya and the prinsesa ng Kumintang has these qualities, then therefore this flower and the mutya and the prinsesa ng Kumintang are referring just to one. So this one is the mutya, the flower. And all of us is this flower, this mutya. And our mission is to live up to this, that we become the mutya, that we become the prinsesa, we become the paraluman, we become the ilang-ilang. Because this is what the mutya is saying. For me to live again, you have to give this love back to me. So now, I'll bring to you ilang-ilang.
Ilang-ilang
Saliw that my Haumanas are doing, these are folkloric Saliw. Folkloric because it tells something about our myth, our origin, who we are, the center of our culture. So, I hope you enjoyed this show, and I hope my Hamana keep on practicing this Saliw. Tomorrow, I'll bring you a different kind of Saliw. This Saliw is perfect for those who are ministering in the church. So, I have a Haumana who is into ministry, a Christian, and therefore I will bring to you a Saliw tomorrow, especially for Christian ministers. And so, I'll see you again. Bye, and watch out for my ministerial Saliw.